I see fat people. I don't recall any of the Death Eaters that were fat, actually. Right? I don't think were any of them fat. Maybe Peter Pettigrew. Voldemort was really fat. Voldemort was fucking huge. Oh my God. Voldemort was so fucking fat. Oh God. Gross.
Part 2 on J.K. Rowling and fatphobia. This is also evident in Order of the Phoenix and also later books in every interaction with Umbridge. Umbridge is described as being short, squat, round, with a toad-like face. Now, obviously there are exceptions to this rule, like Molly, who is a bigger woman, but still the majority of the fat characters outside of Molly are all characters who are evil. So by doing this, J.K. Rowling is inherently tying someone's level of goodness with their size. Characters who are bad people are fat. And when they are fat and bad people, it's okay to make fun of them for that size, which Harry does to the Dursleys multiple times throughout the series. So this idea that fat people are somehow morally corrupt or bad comes from this idea that basically people who are fat are gluttonous. They lack self-control. They will do whatever they want, including eat so much that they gain weight. By writing her fat characters as bad people, J.K. Rowling only furthers this stereotype. So next up, we'll be talking about the anti-Semitism in Harry Potter.
I'm sure you will, because everything's about racism and yeah, sure. Voldemort was really fat. Voldemort was fucking huge. Oh my God. Voldemort was so fucking fat. So were the little, what was it? I don't know. I just watched the series recently. The little blonde family. Yeah, they were all fat. They were all fat. I don't recall any of the Death Eaters that were fat, actually. Maybe Peter Pettigrew, right? I don't think were any of them fat. Any of them? Any of them? You know, if you're looking, if, you know the phrase, I might butcher this, but if you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Everything looks like a nail. If you're looking for it, you can find something. This is what I actually experienced in college. I remember it was I was an English major for like a semester, and then I ditched it because it was literal bullshit. I didn't realize this was what wokeism was, but I remember this, like, it was like a survey of women's American literature. It was like reading Jane Eyre, and I didn't even read that book. I literally just made shit up on essays, and I did well. I didn't read a fucking thing because it was awful. And I remember just making shit up in class with like analogies and metaphors. And the teacher was like, oh, that's really interesting. I was talking about how like this character in some story was walking from a hill down into a valley. I'm like, it's like a bosom. And he's walking between the earth, and the earth is like a mother, and like the feminist. And the teacher was like, wow, that's really interesting. And I participated and I got a great grade. It was just made up nonsense. It was made up fucking nonsense. I'm not saying that metaphors don't exist. In literature, I get it. And a lot of literature in the old days were written as metaphors because otherwise the writers and authors might have gotten prosecuted, but it was fucking bullshit. It was absolute bullshit. So if you're looking for that shit, you can make things up. You can make things up. In reality, it was very similar to Nazi Germany. It was very similar to in Harry Potter. Like I'm sure there's a lot of like allegories or things that you can make up for that, or the other logic and other, it's called history. You know, a lot of that was taken from like J.R.R. Tolkien, and, you know, everyone learns and gets inspired by previous writers and previous artists. So yeah, that's nonsensical. Also, what was I going to say here? If you want to make an argument, because fat being evil, not necessarily morally evil, but without virtue. Like if you trash your body, you don't have really like any kind of self-respect. That's not a virtuous approach to life, to trash your body, to be gluttonous, right? To be morbidly obese, to stuff your face, to not take care of your vessel. So in reality, maybe morally, but like to themselves, it is not something to be desired. It's not something to aim for. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe not necessarily an evil character. That's obviously not true across the board in Harry Potter. But when you're looking for these things, of course you can just try to create something. You can make something up. Yeah, I mean, pretty stupid in my opinion. This just goes to show what people are being taught today in school. I couldn't tell if she had like purple hair or not, but she looked like she wanted to have purple hair. Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what we're producing in school. So when you're asked, like, should I get good grades in school? It's like, well, if you're being taught that shit, you should fucking flunk out and quit. Yeah, sloth and gluttony are deadly sins for a reason. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. It's like people that are pushing this fat acceptance bullshit or trying to say, like, well, I have to respect this. I have to like, I have to be attracted to obesity, or I'm fat phobic. I have to show you respect because you're fat, or in spite of you being fat. I don't have to. I can be nice to you, but I don't have to respect your lifestyle. Why do you need to earn respect? I don't understand why people just like automatically deserve respect. Respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, why do you expect me to? All right. If you're going to, even more so, disrespect yourself and then expect me to respect you for your lack of action, for your laziness, for your complete cognitive dissonance, I won't do it. I don't have to respect you. I'm not under any requirement to respect you. It doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't mean that if I don't know you, I'm just going to go up to you and just be rude to you. That's not who I am, and that's not what I'm going to do. But if you're demanding my respect and you're demanding me to change my language, you're demanding me to be attracted to things that I'm not, you're demanding me to believe something that you believe just because you decided to, because you want to control me, because you don't have any value in society, because you're frustrated, because you're not producing anything of quality, because you don't have any purpose. You think you could just change a couple hashtags and just spout some nonsense, and that all of a sudden makes you a productive member of our culture? Get the fuck out of here. It's absolute nonsense. You can literally do one of these.
Go fuck yourself.
You can go fuck yourself.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about to see a new side.